Right now, morning everybody. Yes, back up the allotment, but we're only here to get a couple of things. And the first thing is into the seed box. Let me just get my keys. Certain things that I need, or a certain set of seeds. Now I'll take this home with us, but I'll just show you what I'm after. Chili seeds. That's what I'm growing today. So the chili seeds can be a bit of a fickle thing, and what's going to help us this year, hopefully a little bit better than last year, is actually I take me time and not rush. But I had these last year, but I just want to show you them again. Little temperature controls. These are sensor push. Now I've got one in the polytunnel. I've actually got to grab one from the hut. Then I've got one in one of the propagators at home. And I just want to make sure all my temperatures are right, because I think them things are fantastic. They all work off your phone. So, and I'll put some graphs up there as well, just so you can see. And especially in the dead of winter, you're just kind of watching and watching, making sure everything's all right. So I'll grab the one from the hut, and we'll go back down to the potting shed. Let's get some light on. Get this. She's a bit cold today. Let's get some lights on. Shut the door. Get the heating on. So what I want to talk about is because I know I've given you like an overview of everything here, but I want to go a little bit more in depth with certain things for like certain plants as well. And I'll just brush it down because it's a little bit. This, together with my sensor push, is my temperature control. Now I've got one in there at the moment. Can I just show? That's me. Can you see there? There you go. That's the chilies, what I've got growing in there now. And I've been doing a lot of research on the chili market, on the chili front, and especially with a couple of like folks from the live sessions. I'll just put you here. So, especially with folks like I mentioned from the live sessions, they're doing their chilies there now. So I was like, what the hell? I thought March, February was an early time. So what I'm going to do is set away some of my seeds there now, my chili seeds. And I watched online, it was the Clifton Chili Club. I think I'll put a link below, and they give some like great tips on soaking the chili seeds in tea, like warm tea, and the certain temperatures and certain heat and temperature is so vital when you're doing it. So I've cranked this up now to 28 degrees because I was a little bit cold with the ones in there. So that's all going to be my chili sections for today. I'm going to plant some more chilies, set them away early, and hopefully get them to grow through. So in the toolbox, in my seed box, I'm hoping I've got some, and I'm not going to plant them all. I've still got my Hungarian hot wax. Now, what the lads at the Clifton YouTube chili site said was, the hotter your chili, the longer it takes to develop. Now, Hungarian hot wax isn't really a hot one, but I've got them here there now. Is this them? Let's have a look. Wait, no, that's not them. No, there we go. 10 seeds from Premier Seeds Direct, the Carolina Reaper. So what I'm going to do is get them in there now, 10 seeds. And I'm going to give them a little kind of soak in tea for a little while, and then get them planted on. And like I say, keep an eye on my thermometers. So this, like I say, is a sensor push thermometer, and I've got the gateway. Can I just show you? I'll just turn you around there. So if you're wanting what I like to do, can you see? I'll punch it in a little bit so you can see. And I'll dust off the cobwebs, that might help. What I like to do is, I'm a bit like I say, I just love technology. If you want, you don't need this. Wherever you've got this and your phone can reach Bluetooth, that's great. Do you know what I mean? But when I'm lying in bed, I like to kind of keep an eye on things over the winter time. And from where I sleep to here, the Bluetooth doesn't reach, so I need a gateway. This connects to your internet, and then you can get all the data you want on your phone. Now, it not reach up to the allotment, but as soon as I walk into that polytunnel, it downloads onto my phone the data, it updates, and it can store there for oodles of days. So you can see this is the propagator that has the sensor in where the chilies are. And there's my max temperature, the average temperature, and the minimum temperature. And you can see it's showing that the actual propagator, the greenhouse sensation propagator, is working great. Do you know what I mean? It's just up and down, and this line here is when I kind of change the temperature to take it up a little bit. So over this last day, when I found out to actually get the chilies a little bit higher, keep them at a warmer temperature, you can see it's gradually the propagator's kicked in and worked up, and then it's working within its band. You know, there's like the high and the low of its band, and it seems to be working fine there. So I can see that at a glance, you know what I mean, from anywhere, you know, where you get internet or on your phone as well. And it's ideal, to be honest. It really keeps a check on, you know, something is like heat temperature critical as chilies. You know, you can't really let them go into like a cold atmosphere, as I found out last year. I'll put a link to this, the gateway, and my sensors as well, just so you can have a look if you're thinking about getting them. Like I say, it's great now, anywhere where there's Wi-Fi, you can keep an eye on the temperature of your plants. Turn you around. Just what I've got it set to and what it's at the moment. So it's only at 25, and I've wanted to 20, 28. Now I have been like taking it off and having a little look and letting cold air in. So if it gets too cold, as I mentioned, I've got a thermometer there on a certain temperature, and it'll set off a little heater there. But it's always nice to have the thermometer in just as a backup to find out if everything's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak them in some tea. Now I'm not going to do, they say like 24 hours, I'm going to do it for a few hours anyways. It's a weak tea. It's a tea that's made a cup of tea, then the tea bag's been left in a bit of like lukewarm water after, so it's not like a full strength one, but rest assured it's Marks and Spencer's. So yes, we're going to do the Carolina Reaper one. You get, these are from Premier Seeds Direct, and 10 seeds. I couldn't tell you how much, but I know these are a great company to kind of get your seeds from. Is that it? Got to make sure every one. Yep, that's it. Right, so I'll just bobble them in, and we'll leave them. I'm going to leave them for about 4 hours. So I'm simply going to use a tray like this. This is like a Chinese takeaway tray. I bought a few online for when I send out like competitions. So I'm just going to punch some holes in. There you go. I'm using still the Durstons, still giving them their chance to see if that'll come through. So it's been about 6 hours there now, and like I say, they say leave it 24 hours, but I'm just going to, you know, leave it that and put it in the 10 holes. So I'm going to try and scoop these out. They say you can use like a sieve if you want to do. I might have to. I'll just see how they go. I did end up using a sieve, and just because it was just taking ages chasing the seeds around the water. So we've got 11 seeds in all. There we go. So keep it moist, because when you know you're going to have a temperature in there of like over 25 degrees to 28, somewhere around there. It's going to dry out pretty quick. But there we go. Let's pop it in. So like I say, and you can feel it's lovely and toasty in there. So hopefully they'll be do great and will come through pretty quick. And again, I'll keep an eye on the temperatures with the little sensor push just to make sure, because the nights are now starting to get way colder. but hopefully that'll do the business. If it gets too cold, the heater will kick in and push them up. And like I mentioned, I found out when like the really hot chilies that you need it like even longer. So like say my Hungarian hot wax, I'll not do them until probably February, you know, beginning of February, something like that. So hopefully we'll get some chilies if yous are growing something this, because I know the few of you are out there are planting them now, and I never realised. I always thought, you know, like February at least, you know what I mean, at the earliest. But if you're a kind of serious chili growers, let us know. Look after yourselves, take good care. I'll put a link to this, the gateway, and my sensors as well, just so you can have a look if you're thinking about getting them. Like I say, it's great anywhere where there's Wi-Fi. You can keep an eye on the temperature of your plants.